Okay, in this video I wanted to take a look at Valerie Allman and see if we can see any of the new changes that her and her coach were talking about that she's trying to implement in her throws. The left video here in the blue is an older video, maybe 1 or 2 years old, and then the video on the right is the most recent, just maybe a week ago, this past weekend. So let's take a quick look, comparing them both. You could see some differences, but in terms of landing at the same time and the amount of separation and catching the discus back, everything almost looks identical. So let's take a look, break it down even further here. All right. So first thing I noticed coming out of the windup here is on the right, which is the most recent. You can see the right foot or the left foot there is rotating immediately, and it's at a consistent speed. Okay, all the way to 9 o'clock, from 3 o'clock all the way to 9 o'clock. Okay, but if you look on the left, you can see that she delays that turn. So this is her older throw, but then she accelerates it right to 3, or I'm sorry, starts at 3, then 12, and then she'll accelerate it. So they both end up pointing to 9 at the same time. So I've got these both these videos synced up with the right foot just ready to come off right here. So you can see here the positions are real similar, although she's got a delay on the left video of that left foot turn, or on the right video it's turning the entire time. Other thing I notice here, a couple things. It looks like she keeps her left arm a little bit higher, which from my experience it tends to make you more rotational in the center. And also she has the left heel a little bit higher, which also would make you spin a little bit more toward the center and maybe not drive across the ring as much. So I was just curious, because I know they had talked about trying to be more linear across the circle. Okay. Right here you can see the on the video on the left arm is going past the left knee right away. Right here it's the left arm is already pointing to 6 o'clock. But you can see she's trying to keep back now with the video on the right. She's trying to keep her left arm pretty much in line with the left knee. It's almost like a Lekna. This is the way that I teach it. Trying to move those two together, but quickly to the front. You can see in the video on the right, she keeps the left arm with the left knee. This is more traditional. Keeps you from opening up too soon. Keeps the right hip ahead of the right shoulder. The video on the left, some of her videos and discussions, she said she's trying to really stretch out. So you can see how that left arm is, and the left hand is way back behind her. So it's like her arms are spread out behind her. You can see in the right video, you can still see the left arm hasn't even got the 6 o'clock yet. So it's definitely a difference. I know our coach was talking about getting the right foot down sooner. So I was trying to see if there's any change here, like maybe the foot wasn't going to be as high, or in some videos her right foot would be a little bit higher than horizontal. But in this case it looks identical. And I'm trying to watch here and see if the knee is behind the hip, which it is in both cases, for kind of a whip and kick to the front. So it looks very similar. And then right about here, it almost looks like the in the video on the right, that her left knee maybe goes a little bit past the center more than in the left. So just maybe that's part of that rotation we were talking about. Okay, here you can see clearly the left arm out to almost 3 o'clock here, and in the right video it's still closed off. Now with the Lekna, as we learned, the discus, shoulders, Nothing, everything continuously accelerates all the way around. Where maybe in the past her discus may have been put up on the shelf here, maybe it went slowed down a little bit and then accelerated. But in this case, it looks like the discus is acting the same in both videos. See how they move up almost to the same position, even with the attempt to keep her upper body back here on the right. Okay, so right here, both toes are definitely her right toes up in the left video. I think it's a little blurry. Here's, you can see it's up on the right video. So she's still doing that. That creates more rotation into the center. And left foot's off, pretty much the same, maybe within a frame of each other. Okay, here you can see the body, the head is more vertical on the right, and in the left is also vertical, but her body leans, it seems like she's leaning over a little bit more. Let's go a couple more frames. I know I saw something here. Yeah, here it looks like her head may be back on the right, where on the left video maybe it's more in line, her spine in line with the back. And here we have the right foot down. Left elbow looks a little higher on the right. Discus looks almost the same. The angle of the right leg, I measured this out, they're pretty much the same. The bend in the knee. Left leg, a little bit higher here, but horizontal here on the right. So yeah, it almost looks like her left elbow is a little bit higher. I tried to get a video where both angles were almost from the camera, almost the same. But from here, it looks like the left elbow may be a little bit higher on the right. Let's continue on. Still see the discus behind the head here. All right, here you can already see the discus. So maybe she is catching a little bit further back. All right, right here, it almost looks the same. The position of the discus, the location of the hips, the right foot pointing back to 12. Interesting thing here, remember we talked about maybe a little bit more rotation with that higher left heel and the higher left arm. You can see here that she ended up actually a little bit to the left side of the center line, it looks like, where normally she would land right dead in the middle. In the video on the right, or I'm sorry, on the left side here, she landed a little bit more to the right side. So okay, rotating around, the knee's starting to come in ahead of the right foot. This was interesting. On the left video, you'll see her left arm extend, and in the right video, she keeps it short. Short bent left arm will rotate faster. I noticed the spacing between the right heel and the left toe. You got a little bit of space here where she's got no space at all here on the left video, so she's a lot more linear. Okay, everything looks very similar. Oh, I want to see that angle again of the body. Yeah, from here it looks like, yeah, the head is up. Maybe the torso's maybe a little bit more vertical. Let's see, go through that, see if it changes at all. Yeah, right here it almost looks like there's a little bit of a lean to the right. But at the finish, you'll see that she's actually pretty straight up. All right, so right here, the left elbow on both videos is bent. So it looks like she's kind of gathering on the left video, the straight left arm, and then she's using some momentum to pull that in. Yeah, you can see the difference in the spacing here between her feet in both videos here. Interesting thing is, I've never seen her do this, but right here she's starting to lift that block foot, the heel. It's coming upward. She actually gets off the ground as she releases. She's the left heel's up. She's on the toes now, pushing back. And there's the release. The discus is out of her hand right there, and both feet are off the ground. And you see in the left video, the left toes are still on the ground. This is how I normally would see her. And then, yeah, that discus really takes off on the right video, her most recent video. Again, that could be the angle we're looking at. We're a little bit higher up, I think, on the right video, looking at how much of the circle we can see. And that's the release. There's the follow through. Yeah, remember she landed right here on the left video with the right foot slightly to the right, and then when she follows through, the right foot lands to the right side. But in the left video, her right foot landed a little bit to the left side of the circle, and then when she follows through, it lands here again a little bit to the left side. Okay, I know we all heard the interviews and things and from her and her coach, and how they were talking about some changes to their technique, trying to get the right foot down sooner. Based on this comparison here, it looks like right now they're both landing about the same time. And then trying to be more linear, which we definitely see with the left arm not rotating around as much as she enters the circle. But for what I'm seeing, everything seems to finish up about the same. Okay, but it is interesting to see these changes, and we'll take a look again at the Olympics and see if there's any additional changes. All right, thanks.